Mission to the Moon. Continue with your mission.
Welcome to the Mission to the Moon podcast. I'm Rawit Hanutsaha, your host. Today I'm here to discuss a topic that is quite straightforward. This topic holds importance as it revolves around writing, an aspect that I frequently emphasize. Despite its ease, writing has had a profound impact on my life, bringing about significant positivity. There are very few occurrences in life that possess the potential to truly transform your existence. This happens to be one of them. But I have to preface this by saying that if someone told us that journal writing would make us work better, would we believe it? I have to say that there is research that shows that executives who write journals tend to work more effectively than others, not because they are better. In fact, the term work better refers to the overall picture of work, such as being able to control their emotions better, having a higher EQ, understanding themselves better, being loved more by their colleagues, both subordinates and their bosses. Therefore, I think this is a potential result originating from the practice of keeping a personal journal. Journal writing is a worthwhile investment. We write for 10 minutes a day, no more than 10-15 minutes, but the benefits are many, like emotional release and personal growth. Every so often, there are days that are incredibly busy, days when we encounter unfriendly individuals, days filled with draining meetings, days when we discover fresh ideas, days when we come across lovely people, days when we stumble upon things we can be grateful for. We make sure to jot all of these experiences down in writing. It's like sometimes it's what they call unstructured, which is when the things we encounter are things that don't have a shape, don't have a form, but when we write them down, a form will emerge. And one of the writing methods that I want to talk about today is called morning pages. The morning pages writing technique is a technique that Julia Cameron, the author of The Artist's Way, invented with the goal of helping to encourage and push artists to overcome fears and negative thoughts that arise in the brain. This technique is very easy to do. Just get out of bed and write down whatever is on your mind. I'd like to make a note that you shouldn't grab your phone yet. Get up and start writing, or write down anything that comes into your mind for about 3 pages, whether it's stress, anxiety, unresolved problems, or maybe a dream just now, or something you want to complain about. You can write anything, or even what you want to do that day. According to Julia, the purpose of writing morning pages extends beyond maintaining one's sanity, but it helps to motivate us to be ready to live each day, as well as being a tool to develop our minds to be happier and more memorable, especially if anyone has just gone through a very tiring and chaotic day yesterday. Writing morning pages the next morning will help you feel calmer, because the first thing in your head, or whatever it is that is still in your head, that seems like an irritating thing, a bad mood will be released on paper instead. If we look closely, we will see that the morning pages of each day depend on our mood after waking up, which makes the morning pages act as a good mirror reflecting our mood. Because sometimes we do not realize how much stress we are being bombarded with information, news, and notifications every day. When we see that our mood is not normal that morning, we will look for ways to balance it. Prepare yourself for whatever may happen throughout the course of the day. Establishing equilibrium within yourself from the early morning can effectively ward off a potentially adverse day. Moreover, for creative writers or people who have to use a lot of creativity, artists should try this technique because many times our busyness and daily schedule, it happens that if we don't have a way to manage it like this since this morning, it makes us stuck, can't think of work, causing us to lack creative energy. Just taking 10-15 minutes this morning to sit and write morning pages will help release creativity, and writing every day will help us organize our thoughts, develop writing skills as well. And as everyone, all 3 writing skills help us to be people who can take what is called unstructured data in our brains into structured data on paper. This helps a lot, not just in terms of creativity, but also in everything. It helps with good communication as well. All of this doesn't take long, and I'd like to encourage everyone to write. Even though writing morning pages seems to have no principles, no right or wrong, just write what's in your head. But for beginners, it may not be so easy. Today, I will have 5 easy ways to help make writing morning pages easier. The first technique is discipline. We must start writing down the day. If we don't have anything to write down today, we will skip it until tomorrow. This won't happen. So, start now. If you are interested, if you have listened to our EP, we would like you to start writing at a young age. Point 2. Write by hand. This is quite important. There are many studies that show that even though recording on electronic devices through various processes will help to store information more easily, writing by hand on paper helps us to process our thoughts more clearly. I really support it because during the morning, we try to avoid electronic things as much as possible and try to keep an analog life during the morning. The third thing is to avoid noise. As I said earlier, put your phone close to you and put social media far away before writing morning pages. It only takes a moment. But if your phone has already sucked up your time, I believe that it will be very difficult for you to write morning pages. The fourth thing is that morning pages should be the first thing you do after waking up, because morning is the best time for your brain to adjust itself, and most of our minds will be the most ready, and even if you are not ready, it doesn't matter. You should still write in the morning. As for the fifth point, don't read your daily journal in the morning, because the real purpose of writing morning pages is to convey your thoughts and emotions after waking up to make your mind more clear. Or if anyone really wants to read, it is recommended to read during free time. The plan for the morning after waking up is a time for writing only, which will be more effective. Many people have recommended this. It is 5 simple techniques that anyone or any profession can write. Manage your own thoughts and organize your daily emotions, which will make your life much better. Carrying a notebook close to you will make it easier to organize your thoughts. Some people are freelance note takers, so they might choose a journal, while others who focus on hiding their life plans and making the big picture clear might choose a planner. However, if you're a beginner and want to start writing a planner but haven't found your own way yet, Mission to the Moon is preparing to release a new planner soon. This is a project that we have been working on every year. It is one of the big projects of Mission to the Moon. In the past, we have received very good feedback from everyone. Today, this year, the pre-sale is scheduled for 9th month. I would like everyone to try writing morning pages tomorrow morning. That's all for today. Thank you everyone who has been following the Mission to the Moon podcast. See you again in the next episode.
Mission to the Moon. Continue with your mission.